Hello again, I'm Mel Haynes, and in this video we'll be talking about SQL Server 2008 certifications, kind of your certification 101. Microsoft has a myriad of certifications you can get in almost any product they produce, and it's not usually one certification for that product, it's usually multiple certifications and multiple exams, and SQL Server is no different. But starting with the hierarchy of certifications, first of all with SQL Server. Starting at the bottom, there's a Microsoft Certified Technology Specialist. That's kind of your entry-level certification when it comes to SQL Server 2008, affectionately referred to in shortcut as MCTS. Moving up the hierarchy, we have Microsoft Certified IT Professional, or MCITP, and then the granddaddy of them all, the Microsoft Certified Master. And we'll talk about all three of those. But before we get into more details on the hierarchy, let's also talk about the different tracks. Microsoft actually has 3 different certification tracks. So in addition to the hierarchy, there's also the concept of an MCTS in database administration, or MCTS in database development, or MCTS in business intelligence development. So you have the different levels plus the different tracks. So with that background, let's talk about the different exams that get you there. Starting with the MCTS, Microsoft Certified Technology Specialist. If your focus is the database administrator, the person who keeps it running, keeps it humming really smooth, then your goal is to pass the exam 70-432, which focuses on implementation and maintenance of an SQL Server database environment. If, however, you're the person who's in charge of developing the SQL Server applications, creating the T-SQL, stored procedures, etc., then your focus is going to be on the exam 7433, your database development exam. And if you are the BI go-to person, business intelligence developer, then you're going to be looking at exam 70-448, which is the business intelligence development and maintenance exam. Now, passing any one of these 3 exams, any one of them will give you the title of MCTS, Microsoft Certified Technology Specialist, focused in your particular area, whether it be database administration, database developer, or business intelligence developer. Moving up one level, however, once you've finished the MCTS, you can move on to the Microsoft Certified IT Professional, which requires you to not just pass the previous exams, the 432, the 433, and the 448, but then to go on in your track and pass an additional exam. So if you've done the database administrator track and you've already done the 7432, going on to do the exam 70-450 will put you at the MCITP level. If you're doing the database developer, going on to do the 7451 on top of the 7433 will get you the Designing Database Solutions and Data Access Database Developer certification, your MCITP. And then the same thing for BI. There's an additional exam that'll move you up a level. It's the exam number 70-452. So MCITP certification is based upon 2 exams. If you are, however, already certified in SQL Server 2005, there is an upgrade path. You can simply take one exam and kind of shortcut your way to MCITP on SQL Server 2008. And I have the exam numbers listed here. There's a 7453 for your administrator, 7454 for your developer, and your 70-455 for your BI person. Okay? So there is a shortcut for those of you who are already certified in SQL Server 2005. Now, looking at the MCM, Microsoft Certified Master, that one gets a little bit more involved. First of all, you'll need to be MCITP certified as both the database administrator and database developer. You have to complete both. Once you've done that, you are now a candidate for the Microsoft Certified Master Certification Training Program. There's a Microsoft course you have to take that includes various exams as part of the course as well as exams. Once completing that, you can achieve the Microsoft Certified Master Certification. So that's a level on top of both of the prior. So you're completing 2 tracks in order to get that. There really isn't a BI certification involved so much at the Certified Master level. So summarizing that, there are 3 certification tracks with Microsoft, and in those tracks there are various levels. The first 2 would be the database administrator and the database developer, and your levels starting with the lowest level, MCTS, moving up to the MCITP, finishing out with the Microsoft Certified Master for either administrator or developer. And if you're going with the BI route, you're really looking at the MCTS and the MCITP. So with that, we've wrapped up certification. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos.